Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you how to achieve this super colourful dramatic makeup look. So if you would like to see a tutorial for a colourful dramatic makeup look, then just keep on watching. By the way guys, I've cut my hair a little bit. You wouldn't have known if you don't follow me on TikTok or Instagram. Here's the TikTok. Just did a bad thing. Go and check it out. For today's look, I might need a couple of different palettes. Don't kill me, I'm sorry. I think I'm only going to use two, the Carnival palette and the Huda Beauty Green Neons Obsessions from Huda Beauty. I think I'm only going to need these two, but we might need a black, so we'll see. But I always say this in my tutorials, use whatever you have. You only need similar colours and it'll look equally as nice. I'm going to start off by moisturising my face, and I'm using the Revolution SPF 30 Protecting Boost for normal to oily skin. And it's time for the eyes. The makeup look I am showing you today has been inspired. It's a recreation of the beautiful makeup Amy Elizabeth Makeup on Instagram did on this beautiful girl. And when I did my Power of Makeup for Instagram, again, follow me on Instagram, a lot is happening there. That's what I'm going to show you today. I have last minute decided I'm going to use tape.
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
I'm getting quite a nice high angle.
No! God, please, no!
Might even be a little higher.
No.
Today, to make my eyeshadow pop, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer to prime my eyelids. This makeup isn't actually that hard. I'm going to start off by taking a somewhat fluffy brush, and I'm taking a navy blue. This is Nude from the Carnival palette, and I'm going to start off with my outer corner. I'm patting this navy blue down close to the tape at an angle, not going any more in than about halfway through my lid, but I'm taking this quite high up on the outer corner there, and I'm just patting it down. You want it way above your crease. If you have small eyelids, you do want a little bit of room to blend, so I'm just patting it in a triangle on my outer corner. Let's take a clean brush and blend this in. I'm worried the pigment will travel too far. You want it almost to your brow. You do want a nice blend though, so don't take this shade too high up. Just making sure it is fading gradually. So I'm going back and forth between my two brushes to create a very nice blend. Okay, I'm going to put these two down. I'm taking the exact same brush, the flat but fluffy one, and I'm picking up a purple. This is Wasted from the Carnival palette, and I'm patting it in the middle. You want to kind of put this on top of that navy a little bit where the two merge, and then with this brush, once I've got that purple on there, I'm going to begin to blend towards the brow again. And then this shade, because it's in the center, you can almost take it all the way up. I'm going back to my blue and I'm making sure the two are blended together nicely. Taking my blender brush real quick. I forgot how good this palette is, the Carnival palette. This used to be my go-to for colourful looks. And you've guessed it, I'm taking another flat but fluffy brush and I'm picking up Foolish, the peachy shade from the Carnival palette, and I'm placing this on the remaining portion of my inner third of my eye. However, I want to pump this up a little bit, so I'm going to lay Keen, the yellow shade, on top of it. I want it to almost be neon, and I'm blending the two shades into the front of my brow. This shade can really be blown out, but make sure it's like blended in with everything else. It's time to go back and pick up some of Wasted and blend where the two shades meet, the peachy shade and the purple. So I'm again going back and forth between my two brushes, making sure there's no like real harsh lines. I told you this makeup look is actually quite easy. I'm just re-intensifying the navy blue, but as I expected, I think I'm gonna have to use a different palette to add a black because it's just not dark enough. Let's do it. I'm going to dip into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Alyssa Edwards palette, and to be fair, I did create the very initial makeup look with this palette, I think, because it does have the purple, it has a beautiful blue and the black, so you could use those. The Supreme isn't as peachy, but I'm sure if you mixed in Brick Road you could get a similar look. So now I'm thinking about it, you can definitely use the Alyssa Edwards palette to achieve this makeup look. Let's pick up some Beast, the black, and in the same way I started with the navy, I'm starting from my lash line and gradually just building the black on the outer corner. It just needs that depth, man. There's no gap underneath my brow anymore. And the reason why I need the Huda Beauty palette is for two eyeshadows, a highlight shade and that beautiful Chartreuse shade. So let's start off with the highlight first. What I'm doing is very unusual. I'm going to take a fluffy brush and dip into a shimmer. This one is, it's like a duochrome. It looks somewhat purple in the pan, but it looks blue on the eyes. I'm going to highlight, and I do want just a tiny little bit of specks. That's why I'm using a fluffy brush. I'm gonna add even more black to the very outer corner and my lash line. Really, I'm interested what that looks like. Let's take my tape off. That is a very, very high angle. Don't mind it though. Okay, I'm going to do my other eye off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so these are a little bit too angular. Don't follow my steps. Don't make them this angular. Just wing them out a little bit. I'm going to try and fix it later on. It just looks so odd right now. Anyway, let's move on to the base, and for my Power of Makeup picture I used one of my favourite foundations of all time, the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. You really, really need one pump. That's all you need. You don't even need a full pump. Like, one pump will cover your whole face. I mean, look at that coverage. Just look at it. Amazing pose, I know. Time for some cream bronzer, and I'm of course going to use my Revolution Matte Base Concealer Stick in 13.5. And I've managed to bronze lightly today. Shock. So I'm going to cream contour as well today. I'm using the Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick in F14 to do that. This is very pigmented, so all you want is a couple of lines on your face. Okay, time to conceal my under eye, and I'm going to use Revolution Concealer and Define Infinite Concealer in C5 to do that. I'm immediately after going to use the Fenty Beauty loose powder to set it because I don't want any creases. I'm going to take the tiniest amount of powder on my fluffy brush and dab a little bit of powder all over my face. And as you can see, I'm not swiping, I'm just tapping. Why did you not tell me I didn't blend this in? Alright, nice. She's coming together with an itchy nose. I want to bronze even further, so I'm going to take my Revolution Pro HD palette and bronze the perimeters of my face. For my blush today, give it a guess. Yes, I'm going to use eyeshadow, and I'm going to pick up the Stacey Marie Carnival palette, and I want the same concoction I have in my inner portion of my eye. So I'm taking Foolish and a little bit of Keen. Giving it a quick tap. You can actually tap it off on the back of your hand if you want, but I like to have a lot of blush, so I'm just really gently going to build on tops of my cheeks and my apples, draping it back. Okay, and last and final thing for the base is the highlight. I'm using my Rose Gold Glow from Aha Revolution because the makeup is quite dramatic, so we might as well be dramatic with the highlight as well. Okay, time to get back into the eyes. The brows are going to be super simple, so I'm actually going to leave them last because I do want to finish off the eyeshadow first. I'm taking a pencil brush and taking my Huda Beauty palette, and I'm taking that beautiful citrus shade because that's what I want to start off with first. And to really help it stick to my lower lash line, I'm going to foil it very gently. And I'm putting this on my lower lash line, starting from the inner corner out, and I'm stopping about halfway. And now I'm going to take my flat fluffy brush, which I used for the navy, picking up the navy and stamping it on the remaining of the lower lash line. I'm using the very tip to stamp it. And because it's fluffy, it's already like sort of blending this in. Do you know what? I actually don't mind how high this is. Just gonna wing this out even further. Yeah, that was a mistake. Stop playing with it, Carolina. And honestly, I don't even think I need to add black on my lower lash line because it kind of, there's a flow, there's a blend, it looks good. I do want, however, an inner corner highlight, so I'm taking one of my favourite shades from the Carnival palette, Moony, and highlighting with that. All there's left for the eyes is the mascara and some falsies, and a little bit of liner. I'm going with a purple, don't know why, just fancy it. That made it so dramatic, but I love it. And did you really think I was going to forget about the brows? I didn't. I'm going to take some brow gel through them. If you don't have a lot of brows, you might have to fill them in, but because the look is so dramatic, they are not the focus point. And by brow gel, I meant hair gel, because recently I've been using hair gel as brow gel. And finally, last but not least, the lips. I'm going to take the foundation off my lips first, and I'm going to replace it with a lipstick that totally looks like a foundation, because that makes sense. I'm taking one of my faves, Sephora Lip Stain in 22. Okay, you guys, so here it is. This is the final look I created today. This very colourful, very dramatic eye look. I love it. I've done it 3 times already. To be fair, the first time I did it was my favourite. I don't know, I just did it and it happened and I loved it. If you have not yet seen my Power of Makeup picture on Instagram, go and follow me on Instagram. Go and check it out. Give it some love. I would like that very much. Thank you very much. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial, and as always, don't use 3 palettes like I did. You can totally use the Alyssa Edwards. You want that citrus shade on the lower lash line, but you can replace it with a yellow if you want. If you don't want to buy several palettes, just use the Alyssa Edwards palette or something that has those shades, similar shades in there, and I'm sure you'll achieve a similar look and a look that you'll enjoy anyway. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best. I hope to see you next time.